Good evening from the Sanford Rink inside Cullen Center, Moorhead, Minnesota. Welcome, Spuds Country. You are live with Krabby Toad Studios and 15U Hockey. Quinn Jager on the headset with me tonight. $17. What happened?
I'm not hearing you.
Uh-oh. You're not hearing me, or you're not?
No. I'm not even, it's not even saying mute on.
Mute off.
Oh, I can hear you.
Really?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Okay, hold on here a second. All right. 17, reset. Okay, get on your button. It's going to take me just a minute to fix this. Okay, can you hear me now? Still no.
You can hear me though?
I can hear you. If you're good with that, I guess we can roll with that. Okay. That works. Puck is down. We are underway. Down into the Moorhead far side corner. Picked up by the Spuds. Carried out through center. Hockett near side now. Brings it into the Aviator zone. Has it knocked off her stick. It'll end up down in the corner where Ness has it. Stolen away by Nora Hale from Grand Forks. She'll take it around to the far side. Steen will be there to send it back down deep. Hockett now near side corner. Fights for it. Puck comes loose. Hale tries to clear. Was intercepted by Tibitowski before it got to the blue line. Lee now near side. Pinned up against the wall. Tibitowski steps in to help. Kick free, Nora Lord. And Grand Forks is able to clear. Johnson now just inside of her own zone. Crossover to Dufault. Tries for the shot that'll get blocked out front in traffic. Tibitowski now shot. Turned away by the Grand Forks goalminder, Rylan Kostelecki. Will be held up back behind the Aviator net. Controlled by Eliana from Grand Forks. She's going to carry it out to the neutral zone and down into the Moorhead end. As she crosses in, she has it swatted off her stick by Johnson. She'll pick it up back behind her own net. Off the far side boards. Kuznia, far side, sends it back in deep. Far side now. Swenson fights for it. It gets sent cross ice over into the near side corner. Bounced off the wall and chipped out to center. Picked up by the Aviators at neutral ice and carried back in on the near side. Down into the corner. Oakes is going to pin her up against the wall. Puck will be held up there. Cutter steps in to help. Cutter comes away with it back behind her own net. She's looking for the outlet. She'll carry it out to center. Knocked off her stick. Goes back in near side. Oakes will pick it up and carry it around her own net. Onto the far side boards now out to center. Out to neutral. Down into the Aviators zone. Oakes looks for the shot. Looks to center it up. She's going to carry it around back behind the net. Wrap around shot. Turned away. Kostelecki. And the Aviators are able to clear it back out to center. Almendinger now cross ice over to Oakes. Oakes dumps it in. Come all the way around into the near side corner. Lindbergh is there. She's going to get pinned up with two Aviator skaters. Hockett comes away with it now. Tries to send it over to the Ness for the shot. Aviators are able to turn it away. Far side boards now. Kalowski. Stolen away by the Spuds at the top of the slot. Hockett tries for the backhand. Block shot goes back around the net. Hockett with her own rebound. She brings it around near side. Tries for the wraparound, and that one will get covered up.
Oh, that was a goal.
Oh, it was a goal. Well, you're a little late on the goal horn. So that'll put the Spuds up 1-0 with 13:52 left in the first.
Okay.
Check 1, 2. Some days technology works great. Some days technology is the biggest pain in the backside. But I think you can hear me now.
I sure
All right.
can.
All right, I can hear you too.
Wonderful. We are in business.
Yes. Sorry about the interruption. Spuds have it at center ice. They try to push it ahead down into the Aviator zone. Cleared right back out O'Hearn. Will slide all the way down into the far side of the Moorhead end. Far side. Oaks with it. She's going to bring it in. Takes the shot. Big glove save made by Kostelecki.
Well, as I said earlier, Seth, we got some noticeable absences tonight. Shirley and Retzer are both ill, throwing the lines for a loop. But we'll see how the girls respond.
So far, so good, being up 1-0. Face-off near side is going to be controlled by Moorhead. Oaks tries to get it down into the corner. Lindenberg ends up with it. Stolen away by Nora Hale. She's going to kick it out to center. Near side boards now. Will be controlled by the Spuds. Hanukkah goes after it far side. Centering pass turned away out in front of Kostelecki. Puck comes over to the near side. Handled by Nora Hale. She's able to clear it out to center. Dumped in far side, Hines. It'll go around back behind the Moorhead net and into the near side corner. Picked up by Moorhead. She'll take it around back behind her own net, send it along the far side wall. It's going to be held in at the blue line. With the shot down deep that's turned away and carried right back out by Allmendinger. Allmendinger across the blue line, has it knocked off her stick. It's going to be Jana that takes it the other direction. Stolen back just inside the Moorhead zone by Hockett. Hockett ahead to Ness, near side. She tries to drop it off to Strand. It ends up coming back over to her, but the Spuds will go offside.
Also of note, we got Brooke Steen back on defense, which I haven't seen her back there in quite a while.
We got a few interesting changes going on tonight. Near side boards, Grand Forks is going to be able to clear it out. Steen will give chase all the way down into her own zone. Strand now near side. Hockett helps out. Puck gets bumped ahead to Hockett inside the Grand Forks zone. Hockett tries for the shot, but it was turned away and up over the net by Kowalski.
Icing's waved off there.
Far side now, Johnson tries to clear, held in, shot on Andel. Will get turned away, Spuds are able to clear it out to center. Right at the center line, Cameron now. Dumps it back in, but Grand Forks will end up offside.
That was about 1.5 miles offside, at least from this corner of the angle. Not even close.
It's kind of hard to work from this corner. This isn't the greatest ring to work at. I've said that before. Near side now. Out to center. Tibitowski will bring it in. All the way down into the near side corner. She'll send it around to far side. Lee centering pass. Swenson shot. Will get knocked down by Kostelecki and covered up.
That was some butterscotch passes I saw out there from the second line. Led to a wonderful opportunity.
They're getting the looks. Face off far side. It's going to get turned out to center. Johnson will give chase and pick it up just inside of her own zone. She'll fight with one of the Aviator skaters. It'll come all the way back down to Swenson along the far side half wall inside of her own zone. She tries to center it ahead to Tibbs. Tibitowski will get it dumped down deep into the Moorhead zone. It'll be picked up or in behind the Grand Forks zone. It'll be picked up behind her own net. Kuznia is going to send it out to center. Spuds come away with it out there. Far side now Swenson. She carries it in. Hard shot. It'll get turned away by Kostelecki. Aviators come away with it. Near side wall now down into the corner. Cutter. She's going to fight with LeMay all the way back behind the net. Allmendinger steps in far side to try to send it back deep. In the corner, Nora Hale. She fights with Hanukkah. Puck comes loose and up the half wall. Allmendinger, Cutter. And Grand Forks is going to come away with it. Carried out to center now, Nora Hale. She'll take it into the Moorhead zone on the far side, put the brakes on. Dumped in behind the Moorhead net. It'll be sent around over onto the far side half wall, picked up by the Spuds and turned out to center. Lindbergh now carries it all the way down in, looks for the shot, but can't keep the handle on it. It'll end up over the far side corner. Bouncing puck up to Allmendinger. She tries to shovel it down. It's going to be turned out to center off the stick of Nora Lord. Spuds with it, try to clear it and get it back into the zone. Hanukkah now, shot, stick save, Kostelecki. Strand turns it back behind the net. Yana now sends it ahead now to center. Spuds are able to clear it right, or send it right back into the zone and clear at the same time. No offside. Pocket now far side, tries to get a handle on it. Goes up to Hendrickson far side. Hendrickson dumps it in behind the net. Picked up Kowalski. Turned out to center. Steen now ahead to Hockett near side. Can't get a handle on it. It's going to slide back out to center, far side. We got a foot race with Ella Muth. She gets a handle on it, gets a shot off that'll go wide behind the net. Near side boards now, bounced out to center by the Spuds. Picked up LeMay. Sent cross ice over to Kuznia. Kuznia carries it in down the far side wall, brings it right in on the side of the doorstep, and has it knocked free, courtesy of Kinsey Johnson. Out to center, Tibitowski. Bounced right back in. Spuds to control. Far side, all the way down. Picked up at the top of the slot by LeMay. She'll take it around behind her own net. Cross ice pass over to Muth. She can't get a handle on it. It's going to slide all the way down into the Moorhead end. And be picked up about halfway in by Johnson. Johnson puck out at center. Spuds finally center it down. Johnson ahead of Tibitowski near side. She has it knocked off her stick, but is able to get it back. Carries it down deep and sends it. Tries to center it up, but it gets turned right back into the far side corner off the stick of O'Hearn. Lee now with it. Shot, stick save, Kostelecki. He picked up near side Kuznia and carried her behind her own net. Far side out to center. Litzinger. The Aviators will get it all the way down deep into the Moorhead end. Back behind the net, shovel the other direction into the far side corner. Swenson goes after it. She's able to flip it up into the air, right on to, good shot from the far side corner.
Thought we were going to get our first whistle in about 10 minutes.
It's been a pretty continuous run here. Cutter now, far side. Hanukkah back to Cutter. Cutter brings it inside of the slot. Shovel pass to Hannick, a shot, rebound loose out in front. Another shot is going to be turned away over to the far side boards. It'll be picked up by Alyssa Hines, and she's able to clear it out. That one's going to go the length of the ice, and if it doesn't get called back on icing, I'll be surprised. There's the icing call.
That is about the first stoppage in 10, 12 minutes. Well, takeaways so far into the first period. Our defense are pressing hard on the boards, both sides, allowing us to keep the puck in the zone and provide some good offensive opportunities.
Face-off far side ends up with the Spuds. Stolen away by the Aviators and carried out to center. Trip from Steen, but no call.
I knew that $20 to Evan was a good idea before the game.
Lindbergh with it now near side. Shot goes high over the net and onto the far side wall. Up to the blue line, cleared out to center. Yana. That one's going to go all the way down into the Moorhead zone. Once again, no icing call. Play will continue. Brought out to center, Default. She'll send it ahead to Hanukkah, who tries for the shot. That one was blocked and turned right back out to center. Far side now. Hendrickson dumps it in. Ends up with Ness near side. She goes, dumps it back in behind the net, goes after it. Strand ends up with it near side. Centering pass over to Hockett. Hockett shot. Bouncing puck loose out in front of Clovis Kostelecki. Aviators will finally be able to clear it over to the far side boards. Default now. Sends it around over to the near side. Kuznia tried to clear it, but ended up bouncing up the blue line where the Aviators were able to clear it out. Hockett now to Endo. And we'll be down to 3 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the first.
Well, Andel hasn't seen much, but that leather is sure working. Flashed the glove and made an easy save.
Face off near side. Glove side of Andel. Is going to be won by Moorhead. Oakes with it back behind her own net. Tries to clear it out. It's held into the blue line. Kowalski. Over to the far side, around onto the near side boards now. Chipped out to center, picked up by Ness. Ness brings it in near side. Cross ice over to Hockett. Hockett looks for the shot. Too hard and high. Ness ends up with it on the near side. Tries to send it around back over to Hockett. Hockett with a wraparound shot. Goes off the post. Puck comes over on the near side boards. Oakes with it now. Takes it down deep. Looks for the center. She'll put the brakes on right behind the net. Puck will end up with the Aviators over on the far side wall. Centered over to Lord, who carries it out to center. She's able to drive it all the way down into the Moorhead end, walks it in, and has it knocked off her stick right out in front of Andrew. Out at center, Yana. Stick handles her way in. She's going to get walked all the way over to the far side wall. The Spuds are going to come away with it, clear it out to center once again. Yana with it there, tries to bring it in. Spuds are going to knock it loose at the top of the slot. They're going to clear it out. That one's going to come the length of the ice, and that one will also get called back on icing. 2:07. Face-off will go back to the far side of Moorhead end, or the near side.
Pretty fast-paced game so far. I would imagine that as it goes on, we're going to slow down and get a little bit more deliberate in our play.
Face-off is going to be controlled by the Moorhead, by the Spuds. Stolen away by the Aviators. Carried around right out in front of Andel. Shot put on. And she'll get that one covered up. Spuds are wearing their home orange with a white and black trim. The Aviators are wearing their navy blue travel sweaters with a red and white trim and skating left to right. Spuds are going right to left. Down into the near side corner, centering pass out in front of Andel, turned away. Second shot is also going to get turned away and covered up. So this time we'll go to the face-off on the far side.
Little defensive miscommunication there. She had two wide open opportunities. Nobody was on her, but thankfully Andel came up big.
Puck gets bounced loose. Shot from the side. They get blocked out in traffic. Another shot from the far side boards goes through the crease and onto the near side wall, where it's picked up and carried down into the corner by Hendrickson. Hendrickson, Lee, and a couple of Grand Forks skaters all fight for it along the back half wall. Spuds are going to come away with it. Far side corner now, Hendrickson does a little tricky move, walks around once, tries to send it off the wall, but it'll be held into the blue line, center cross ice into the near side corner. Bouncing puck loose at the point. Will be settled down. Taken out. Forward pass to Tibitowski is going to come all the way down into the near side corner. Aviators will come away with it. Far side wall now. Cutter tries to stick handler way in as Tibitowski was on her way out, but the Spuds will end up offside. Hanukkah wins the draw. Spuds are going to control right along the half wall at half ice. Cutter can't keep a handle on it. It's stolen away. Slominski. The Aviators are dumping. Yeah, they got some very interesting names. I forgot about that. I should have practiced them again before I started calling.
You're doing great.
Puck is pinned up along the far side boards. Spuds are able to finally chip it free. We'll be down to 23 seconds left in the period. Sent all the way around on the near side corner. Knocked back the other direction by the Aviators. Little ping pong action right behind the net.
10 seconds.
Spuds come away with it. They're able to clear it out to center. But they're going to run out of time as they carry it down into the zone. Cutter near far side now. She'll end up getting walked right down into the corner as the clock expires. And that'll run us out for the first period. After one, your Moorhead Spuds are leading 1-0. They zam before the game, so we'll be back in about a minute. Welcome back to the Cullen Arena, or Cullen Center in Moorhead, Minnesota. Your Moorhead Spuds are currently locked in battle with the Grand Forks Aviators. And we did have a goalie switch during the period. Number 35 Kendra Gilson is going to be stepping in for the first time in about 6 weeks after
We're
breaking
going
her elbow.
short-handed.
Oh, yeah. It was a slashing call on
Oaks.
Oaks. Oaks was the guilty party. Faceoff will be far side of the Moorhead end. Spuds are going to control the draw. It's going to come up to the blue line. Shot. Bouncing puck comes over in the near side corner. Steve is able to clear it out to center. Grand Forks sends it right back in, but they'll end up offside.
Good to see Gilson in net. Like you said, it's been a long time since we've seen her between the pipes.
Face off near side, just outside the Moorhead end, between Catherine O'Hearn and Lauren Ness. Grand Forks is able to pick it loose. They're going to carry it in top of the slot. Looking for the backhand, takes the backhand. The puck will come into the near side corner. Ness tries to clear it. Was knocked off her stick and sent right back into the corner, courtesy of Kuznia. Far side wall now, Hendrickson. She works it back and forth, looking for an outlet, but she's got a Grand Forks skater on both sides. Somehow she ends up with it back behind the net. She'll bring it out near side, along the far side wall. She's able to walk it all the way out, dumps it off the far side boards. It's going to go all the way down into the corner, and where Kuznia will pick it up. Sent all the way around the near side strand now. Back down in. Aviators are able to get a handle on it, clear it out to center. Moorhead zone now. Yana has it knocked off her stick. And it's going to be sent the link to the ice by Hendrickson. That one will get called back on icing. 42 seconds left on the Moorhead penalty kill. Face-off comes to the stick side of Gilson. Lee wins the draw, sends it right towards Gilson. Picked up by Lord, who got a shot off, but it went through the crease and over to the far side boards. Aviators now shot, top of the slot, blocked in traffic. Goes all the way into the far side corner. Johnson over there picks it up. She takes it down into the corner, gets tripped, no call. Or hooked. One of the two. Near side now.
A little bit of both.
It allows definitely a little bit of both. Shot from the far side blue line. Will get cleared over to the wall. Aviators come away with it. Try to bring it in on the side of the slot. Spuds are there to knock it free. It's going to get sent off the boards by default. That one is going to go all the way down as the penalty expires. Those Spuds will come back at full strength when we have the face-off on the near side of the Moorhead zone.
Well, the refs definitely owe us one after that missed call. Defensive zone. I'm looking at you, Evan.
I think they owe us about 3. Lee wins the draw. She bumps it over the near side wall. Controlled by Grand Forks, sent down in to the corner, but the Spuds are able to bounce it out right into the Aviator bench. Face-off will come back down into the Moorhead side zone on the near side. Swenson this time to square up. Swenson's going to win the draw. She'll send it all the way over to the far side wall. It's going to be smacked around and finally settled down by Oaks. She'll turn it back behind the net. Grand Forks tries to get a handle on it. Comes up the near side wall. Shot with the redirect down low from O'Hearn, but it went just wide of the net back behind. Far side wall now. It's going to get held up in the far side face-off circle before getting sent the link to the ice by the Spuds. That one will get called back on icing, even though Swenson and Kuznia both were trying to run it down.
Well, Gilson's had to be sharp here in the first few minutes of the second period. Aviators have been pressing real hard, and Kendra's right back in it.
Face-off far side. It's going to be won by Cutter. She sends it down into the corner. Picked up Hendrickson. Hendrickson has it knocked off her stick. Cutter is there to help, but it's going to set loose. Shot blocked by Steen. Rebound picked up Yana. And that one will find the back of the net, tying this game at 1.
A little bit of a broken play. Aviators were able to capitalize.
Faceoff is going to be controlled by the Aviators. They try to send it in the Moorhead zone, but Steen was right there at the blue line to turn it the other direction. Lindbergh now, far side corner of the Grand Forks zone, up to Hendrickson at the blue line. Her shot goes just wide of the net and back behind. Spuds look to control. Grand Forks is able to pull it loose and clear it out to center. Spuds will have to reset. Hendrickson now. Head to Strand, over to Lindbergh, who tries to dump it in deep. It was intercepted by Muth. Pinned up along the far side wall now. Steen, Lindbergh. It's finally going to be broke loose. Spuds will end up controlling it. Hockett tries to carry it over the near side, but has it knocked off her stick. Grand Forks comes away with it along the far side wall. Out through center. They'll cross the center line, dump it in deep into the far side corner of the Moorhead zone. Dufault with it now, up to Hockett. Hockett tries to clear, it'll be held in along the blue line. Second attempt by the Spuds to clear is going to find its way out. Ness with it now, drives her way down. She gets walked down into the far side corner. Dufault now, a shot, turned away out in front of Kostelecki. Puck will find its way all the way back out to center ice and Johnson. Johnson over to Dufault. Dufault ahead to Hockett. She's going to get her skates taken out from underneath of her, but the Spuds are going to get the shot away and the goal, putting them up 2-1.
Looks like Lauren got that one. Looked like a 5-hole shot to me. Must have flipped it under the pad.
So NASA with the go-ahead goal at 12:24 here in the second. We still got first on the clock, so I just got confused. Face-off controlled by the Spuds on the near side wall. It's going to be bumped down in to the far side, or the near side corner.
And we're still rocking during gameplay.
Dude!
Apparently they're going to... All right. We don't know where stop is. We know where skip is.
That's the next button. The pause button looks like two lines right next to each other.
Near side, Spuds control. Tibetowski just in front of her own zone. Cross ice over to Johnson. She'll send it ahead to Lee. Lee brings it in. Gets tripped right out in front. It looked to me like she was trying to get the shot off. Aviators come away with it. Backhand shot. Blocked out in front of Kostelecki. Spuds will control right at the point. Aviators are there to steal it away. Grand Forks is going to stick handle around one, get the shot off. Gilson will get it covered up. We'll have a stoppage at play with 11:20 to go here in the first. Oh, good. His whistle does work. Face-off near side is going to be settled down by Swenson. She's going to send it off the board and give chase hard and fast. But that one's going to get, actually, it's going to get run down by the Aviators. No icing. It'll be sent around on the far side. Spuds will be there to pick it up. Carried around behind the net and on the near side wall. Up to Allmendinger. She flips it right back in behind the net. Lee with it now, about down in the corner. Tibetowski with it down in the, Lee with it. Lee and Swenson both try to fight for it with the Grand Forks Aviators. But the Aviators are going to clear it out. It's going to come all the way down into the Moorhead end. Allmendinger will pick it up in the near side corner. Outlet pass out to Cutter. Cutter steers around one. She's able to bring it in, point blank shot. Loose puck will finally get covered up by Kostelecki.
Seth, while you've been paying attention to hockey in the game, I've been looking at the tape jobs on the sticks. We have some very unique tapings tonight. Cutter's rocking 2 single pieces of tape on her blade. And somebody from the Aviators has a red, white, and blue tape job.
Okay. Clock is still running. We're just trying to catch it back up. I'm not the only one who forgets to start it.
No, I think I pressed one of your other, but I think I pressed this one.
Aviators bring it down along the near side wall and are able to dump it into the corner. Cutter's going to pick it up there. Round back behind the net. He sends it over to Hendrickson near side. Now Hanukkah. Hanukkah outlet pass Lindbergh. Lindbergh one on nobody. She'll have it knocked off her stick just as she tries to break the zone. Far side car crash. Puck comes loose back to Steen inside the Moorhead zone. Up to Lindbergh. She tries to dump it in. Going to make it all the way down into the far side corner and come around onto the near side boards. Aviators control. They look to clear. Lindbergh picks it up at the point and is able to send it back down deep. Yeah, LeMay now. Bouncing puck, settled down, goes back in behind the net. Hockett goes after it. Brings it around far side of the net. Tries for the wraparound, but has it knocked off her stick. Aviators are going to come away with it. Hockett and Yana both fight for it. Will come up to Hendrickson on the near side. Turned back down behind the net. Kuznia goes after it. Aviators control behind their own net. They're going to send it off the near side wall. It's going to get flipped up into the Moorhead bench and out of play.
Almost there.
Saw some strong forechecking from Hockett, which is her MO. I like to nickname her Molly Bearcat Hockett.
Face-off stick side. It's Kostelecki.
We caught up.
It's going to be bounced out to center. Aviators with it now near side. Dufault is able to pick it loose. Bounces it right back the other direction. Shot from the blue line. Knocked down Gilson's rebound shot was kicked back behind the net by Gilson. Johnson now with it is able to turn away the centering pass. Out to center. It'll be controlled by the Aviators. Kowalski. And the Aviators will end up running in offside.
It's a great pad save by Gilson.
Face-off is won by Ness, controlled by the Spuds. Dufault out to center. Hockett with it now near side. Brings it all the way down and in. Point blank shot. Save Kostelecki. Rebound was loose momentarily, but she was able to jump on it and get covered up.
Girls studied their geometry today. That was a perfect pass from Dufault up to Hockett off the boards.
Yeah, somewhere in the last week we've seemed to learn how to pass.
Seen a lot of cross ice passes tonight too, both from the forwards and from the defense. It's really opened up and allowed for some good chances.
Swenson dumps it down deep, picked up behind the Grand Forks net. Kuznia. She'll send it around to the near side, but the Spuds are there to intercept. Bounced out to center ice. Knocked free. Oaks will have it along the far side wall. She gets pinned up against the wall from Lord, but the puck will end up all the way down in behind the Grand Forks net. Far side now, Grand Forks is able to clear it out to center. Right onto the stick of Allmendinger, who sends it over to Tibitowski. Tibitowski puts it along the wall. It'll be with the Aviators, and they look to clear it right back out. Stolen away, Lee. Now Tibitowski, top of the slot. She tries for the shot. That one will get blocked in traffic out front of Kostelecki. Come around on the near side wall and get turned right back in behind the net. Lee up to Allmendinger at the blue line. Allmendinger sends it into the far side corner. It'll come up to Oaks. Oaks looks for the shot. That one gets turned away and into the near side wall. Brought the other direction by the Aviators, down into the Moorhead zone. Swenson is able to knock it free. It'll get turned over onto the wall by Oaks. Oaks now bumps it ahead to Swenson. Swenson, one-on-one, going the other direction. She's going to take it to the far side, looks to bring it around. She'll have it knocked off her stick by Kuznia. Puck comes around to the near side boards. Cutter with it now, sends it cross ice over to Swenson. Swenson backhand shot down to Cutter. Cutter with a shot that got turned back behind the net. Chipped up into the air. Spuds with it. Shot was blocked over into the near side, or into the far side corner. Lindbergh with it to Strand. Shot, stick saved away by Kostelecki onto the near side wall. Steen now, shot goes high and behind the net. It'll go off the far side boards. Seeing a lot of replay action here. Now it's going to be sent the length of the ice. That one is going to get called back on icing.
Seth, time to go to fan comments. We have a Dave Everett that has chimed in and asked, what is a Bearcat? Apparently he doesn't realize that that's somebody that forechecks constantly, never gives up, and plays hockey to the utmost ability. Glad I could answer that question and clarify things for Dave.
Face off far side, Hendrickson's shot gets redirected in traffic. It'll come over onto the near side corner. Steen with it now. Tries to walk it down in, has it knocked free. It'll go back behind the Grand Forks net. Centering pass. It was actually sent back around behind the net. Steen tries to center it up. Kind of whiffed on it. Dufault with it now. Bouncing puck loose out in front. Spuds can't get a handle on it. There's an open back door on Kostelecki. Hendrickson sends it down deep, picked up by the Spuds. Right out front, carried around behind the net. He's sent over onto the far side wall now. Hendrickson with it down in the corner. Off the back wall, she's going to bring it around to the near side. Puts the brakes on, looks to go the other direction. But she's going to get pinched up against the wall by Yana. Aviators come away with it. They're going to bring it out through center. Lindbergh is going to be there to knock it free. It'll end up going out, brought right back in, so the Aviators will be offside.
Well, that's 3 straight shifts of some awesome offensive pressure. Girls are really passing the puck and moving it around in the zone.
Face off far side, just outside the Moorhead defensive zone. It's going to get brought over to the near side boards. Big collision. Puck is going to get held up there. Finally be broken free by Dufault. She'll send it ahead to Ness. Ness tries to take it in, but she has it knocked free. Hale will send it down into the far or in the near side corner of the Moorhead or the Grand Forks end. From the far side out to Dufault at center. Spuds have to reset. I kind of question that offside.
Again, we can't see. We don't have a good angle. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt this time.
Looked to me like she had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So
I agree.
Spuds will control far side. Johnson sends it across ice. It's going to go all the way down behind the Aviator net where LeMay will take it. She'll have it knocked off her stick. It'll end up at the far side corner waiting loose. Sent around onto the near side board. Dufault is there to turn it right back in behind the net. Pocket wrap around gets blocked by Kostelecki. Aviators are able to bring it out through center. One-on-one going the other direction. Dufault is able to break it loose, but the Spuds are going to have an interference call with 4:01 left in the second.
Sexist call, Seth. Perfect defense in a boys hockey game. Dufault played the body textbook, but is going away for the interference call.
Face-off will go to the far side of the Moorhead zone. Lee and Yana to square up. Grand Forks is finally going to be able to pick it out. They're going to get the shot put on Gilson. She'll get it covered up. Face-off again will go to the far side. Once again, right to the Aviators with another shot put on Gilson. Big kick save made. Yana now dumps it down into the corner.
Gilson may have had an upper body injury while she was out, but that right leg sure is working.
Oh, yeah. Near side shot, save, rebound is loose. Swenson is able to clear it, but it's going to go the length of the ice. That one will get called back on icing.
How am I ahead? How am I ahead?
My clock operator is worried about being 3 seconds ahead.
Hey, synergy between Evan and
Well, it's better than the minute and a half behind that you were. Face off near side is going to be won by Cutter, but the Aviators will have it. Set cross ice into the far side corner. Shot from the far side boards, turned away. Hendrickson.
I thought you said I was
Cleared out
right.
to center now, Tibitowski. Aviators come away with it. Hendrickson now far side. She's able to steer around everybody all the way down into the far side corner. Get bumped back behind the net. But Kuzny will pick it up there. She's going to work her way out to center. Along the far side wall, it'll be bounced into the Moorhead end and right back out. Once again, Grand Forks will be offside.
Pretty aggressive penalty kill so far. It's working really well. Tough to score a goal when you're on the other side of the ice.
46 seconds left on that penalty kill already. That went really quick. Face off to the far side. It's going to be brought down into the Moorhead end. Shot goes high over the net. Spuds have it far side wall. So they
got it.
They broke the clock.
No, I'm ahead.
Hanukkah dumps it in as Allmendinger was trying to get out.
Now I look
So
stupid.
the Spuds are going to be offside. Our clock is correct. They forgot to start it at the end of the last whistle. So we're about 20 seconds ahead here. Puck held up along the far side wall now. Hanukkah. Cameron steps in to help. Aviators are able to break it loose. Turned right over to the far side wall. Johnson steps up now. She tries to push her way down into the corner. Puck will come free. Hanukkah now can't get a stick on it. Aviators are going to come away with it. They're going the other direction. Lindbergh is working her all the way down and in. Yana gets the shot off, but it's going to go just wide. And she's going to get called.
For what?
Let's see what the call is. Okay, wait a minute.
I'm going to guess a hook.
Come on, who we calling? Allmendinger. Nope. Lindbergh with the hook. Okay, so as we've got 4 seconds left on one penalty kill, we're going to go to a 5-on-3 for 4 seconds, and then we will just continue on with the Grand Forks power play.
The ref was at a distinct disadvantage being on that side of the ice. From what I saw on this side, she did get her stick in there, but did not impede the forward progress.
Face-off far side is going to be controlled by the Spuds. Ness ahead to Hockett. Hockett is able to bounce it off the stick of Hale and out to center. Grand Forks resets and brings it in near side. Oak strips it loose. Dumped in back behind the net. It'll go over onto the far side boards. Cutter with it now, or Dufault with it now. She's going to fight Hale. Grand Forks is going to come away with it. Side angle shot goes off the side of the cage. Brought around to the near side. Set down in deep. Backhand shot from Hines. Will go right into the pads of Gilson, who will cover it up.
She's been tracking it well. With all these power plays for the Aviators, Kendra's had to come up huge.
Minute 20 left on the Moorhead penalty kill. Face-off will be near side. Hockett with it. Hockett comes away with it. She wasn't even in the face-off circle. Hockett with it now, far side, down into the Aviator zone. She brings it around, looks for the shot, takes the shot, going to get blocked back behind. Now it's going to be brought the other direction by Kuznia. Far side, she's going to get challenged by Oakes. Oakes has no problem picking it off her stick. She carries it around back behind the net and up the far side. Almost has it out, but it was held in right at the blue line by the Aviators. Hendrickson now. Ahead to Ness. Ness, far side, breaks the Aviator zone. Brings it around back behind. Shovel shot, turned away Kostelecki. That one's going to slide all the way out to center. Steve's going to have to retreat back deep into her own zone to pick it up. Out through center. She's going to take the charge right down the middle. Brings it over to the near side now. Looks to center it up. Takes a trip around back behind the net. Centering pass turned away right back to Steen. It'll get knocked off her stick and over to the far side boards with Hendrickson. Strand now at the blue line is able to push it back down in. Hendrickson with a shot, or centering pass. It'll get turned away by the Aviators. Steen with it now out at center. Aviators pick it up at their own blue line. Down into the Moorhead zone, near side, dumped in behind the net. Power play is over, and the period is about to expire. 3 seconds to. Puck will be held up along the far side wall. Lee touches it up as the horn blows. And that's how we're going to end this second period. Your Moorhead Spuds are leading 2-1 after 2. Q, anything?
It's been a tough game so far. Aviators are definitely pressing. The game has still kept its speed from the first period. I thought it would slow down. I was wrong. We'll see how the third period happens after Zamboni.
So they shoveled before the game. They're going to shovel it now. We'll be back in roughly about 10 minutes. You're watching the Moorhead Spuds hockey on Krabby Toad Studios TV. Welcome back to the Cullen Center in Moorhead, Minnesota. Your Moorhead Spuds are currently locked in battle with the Grand Forks Aviators. Quinn Jager here with me. Emily Swenson on the board. Mike Hansen camera. After 2 periods, your Moorhead Spuds are leading 2-1.
The best production crew in hockey right here.
Both teams have come back to the ice. Whistle's blown. Refs are ready to go.
Got Wade distracting one of the coaches over here. It's a great strategy, Wade. Keep him talking well into the third period. Board reads 1, but it's 3.
Did I reset the clock? I did reset the clock. Why does it go back to that one? There we go. Starting the third, Alexa Strand. Number 2, number 7, Lauren Ness. Number 3, Molly Hockett on the right. Back on the blue line will be number 18, Kinsey Johnson. Number 6, Ava Dufault. Back in net for Moorhead will be number 3, Addison. 33, Addison.
That's going to be a slash on Molly.
And we got Hockett with the well. Oh, yep, he's pointing at her. Hockett, go to the box. Hockett with the slash. 13 seconds into the period, we're headed down into the Moorhead end.
It's not Hockett's fault that the Aviators can't hang on to their stick.
I'll take that. I'll take that reasoning all day.
Refs didn't buy it, but it was worth a shot.
Faceoff goes back in behind the Moorhead net. Sent along the far side wall. Picked up there. Cameron. She'll send it right down in on Andel. Spuds are able to pick it loose along the near side of the net. Brought over the near side. Shot. Andel with the save. Spuds are able to clear it out. It's going to go the length of the ice. That one will get called back on icing. We'll have 1:37 left on the Moorhead penalty kill. Faceoff goes down to the far side of the Moorhead zone, stick side of Andel. Down into the corner to Dufault. She'll send it off the boards around to the near side. It'll be picked up. Spuds try to clear. Was held in at the blue line. LeMay is going to take it back down in. Spuds will pick it loose, far side, clear it out this time. Near side, Erickson. Over the near side, dumped in Yana. Spuds pick it up and are able to send it right back out. Center ice now. LeMay, cross ice over to Erickson, who backhands it into the Moorhead end. Spuds are once again able to clear it right back out, forcing the Aviators to reset. LeMay, far side. 55 seconds left on their penalty kill. Dufault was able to break it loose and bring it into the zone. Lee with it now near side. Stick handlers away, sends it cross ice over to Dufault. Dufault's shot gets blocked by LeMay and goes back behind the net. Brought over to the near side, set cross ice pass. Swenson was there to pick it loose. Oakes with it now up at the blue line. Dumps it in behind the net. Kuznia picks it up in the far side corner. She'll bring it around behind her own net, look for the outlet. But Lee is going to be right there and steers her back the other direction. Kuznia, far side. Sent out to center. Off the stick of Yana. Spuds will come away with it right as it enters their own zone. Lindbergh tries to dump it in. It's Kuznia at the point. She tries to take it out. Allmendinger was there to bring it right back in. But she'll have it knocked free and it'll go over to the far side boards. Swenson now gives chase at center. Over to Lee. Lee to Tibitowski. Or not Tibitowski, that was Cutter. Backhand Aviators goes down into the near side corner. Chased down by the Spuds, but held up along the backside wall. Back in behind the net, shot. Attempted centering pass will be blocked by Allmendinger. Spuds are going to bring it out, send it through center. All the way down into the Grand Forks and Lindbergh in the corner. Up to Cutter. Cutter centering pass is going to be intercepted by the Aviators. Spuds will be back at full strength. Far side now, Hanukkah. Hanukkah to Cutter. Cutter brings it up the wall. She brings it towards the center, but steers it right back out to the far side. Drops it back to Lindbergh. Lindbergh shot. Stick save Kostelecki. Aviators going to come away with it in the corner. They try to clear. Steen at the blue line is able to bring it down in. Hanukkah now with it along the near side wall. Bounces it up to Ness. Ness down into Hanukkah. Hanukkah tries for the shot, but it was intercepted by Kuznia. Kuznia will have it back behind her own net. Kuznia along the near side wall sends it ahead to Hilton. Hilton back to Kuznia. Kuznia out to Litzinger at center. Dumped in, it comes all the way around onto the near side wall. Moorhead comes away with it. Ness is able to bounce it out to center. Hockett with it now. Tries to turn it back the other direction. The Aviator's going to knock it loose. Puck will be centered, be floating along the far side. Litzinger tries for the slap shot from the far side blue line. Got turned away behind the nets by Andel. Johnson with it now, back behind her own net. She'll have it stripped off her stick, but is still going to fight for it. Aviators are going to bring it around out front. Yana will get the shot away, but it'll get redirected up into the air back behind the net. Spuds are able to pick it loose momentarily. The shot is going to get put on to Andel from the far side. She'll get that one covered up with 12:38 left here in the game.
Aviators had about 3 or 4 very fortunate bounces. Able to keep the puck in the zone. Thankfully, Andel shut it down. We'll reset and try to get out of the zone.
Face-off far side is going to be handled by the Spuds momentarily. It will get chipped out to center. Swenson and Cameron both give chase. Cameron is going to get to it first, and she's going to send it around to the far or down to the near side wall. Johnson is there to hold it in. She'll try to get it down deep, but the Aviators are going to end up with it. Cameron chips it out to center. Dumped in Dufault right on this side of the center line. No icing. Comes around to Tibetowski on the near side. She'll carry it around back behind the net and has it stripped off her stick by Yana. Will be sent up the half wall. Johnson will have it at the blue line. Sent back deep. Round to the far side. Swenson with it now. Centering pass. Blocked Yana. Right up to Lee's shot. That one will get swallowed up by Kostelecki. And we'll have 11:57 left here in the period.
Great passing play set up by Swenson from the corner. Lee wishes she could have that one back.
Faceoff is going to go to the far side, stick side of Kostelecki. Spuds will win the draw. Swenson's shot goes just wide of the net and into the near side. Tibetowski steps up for it. Thrown back behind the net off the stick of Oakes. Centering pass, nobody home. Sent over to the far side wall, LeMay. And it'll be picked up Kuznia, who takes it out through center. Dumps it into the Moorhead zone right onto the stick of Oakes. Oakes is able to clear it right back out. Tibetowski now to Lee. Lee brings it in near side. Puts the brakes on right at the side of the faceoff circle. Brings it around. Shot. Will go off the pad and then bounce into the glove of Kostelecki for the stoppage.
Like how the Spuds have come out in the third period here. Very aggressive on the penalty kill. They've kept the pressure on ever since.
I can smell them through the glass.
Face-off near side, Nora Hale and Maddie Cutter is going to get cleared and sent the link to the ice. Oakes is going to run it down in the near side corner of her own zone. Sent around to the far side, bump right back to Oakes. Or to Lindbergh. Lindbergh ahead to Hanukkah. Hanukkah dumps it in right onto the stick of Kuznia. Got redirected up into the air, and this time the Aviators are going to be able to clear it. It's going to go all the way down into the Moorhead zone and end up back behind the net. That one will get called back on icing.
There is nothing more potent than a sweaty hockey glove.
Yeah, I know what she's saying. I could smell them too. It's kind of a pungent flavor tonight.
It'll knock you over if you're not prepared for it.
Face-off on the far side is going to be controlled by the Spuds. Puck was set free for just a minute before being sent back in behind the net. Hanukkah now tries for the shot. It's going to get covered up by Kostelecki. She had no clue where it was, so she just sat down. Face off a go to far side. Be controlled by the Spuds. Henderson sends it down to Hanukkah. Pinned up back behind the net. Cutter steps in. Steam far side wall now. Brings it around into the center slot. Backhand shot. Goes just wide and around to Cutter on the far side. Wraparound shot gets turned away. The Aviators are going to come away with it and push it out to center. Down into the Moorhead zone momentarily. Cleared right back out. Hanukkah with it far side now. She'll come up to the blue line and dump it in behind the net. Spuds will go for the change. Near side now. Kolowski tries to send it ahead. It was intercepted by Ness. Ness drops it off to Hockett. Hockett stick handles her way in along the wall. Sends it into Strand. Strand will bring it around near side. Takes a shot. And that one will go right into the chest pad of Kostelecki. Face off near side is going to be won by the Spuds. Johnson sends it down to Strand in the corner. Back up to Johnson about halfway up the wall. Down into Ness. Shot turned away. Kostelecki over to the far side wall now. Hockett into Strand. Puck loose in the slot. Nobody can get a stick on it. It's going to come over on the near side boards. Johnson steps up and get pinched up against the wall. Johnson and Muth and Ness and Kuzny all fight for it. Will finally get picked loose and taken over to the far side. Ness with it now back behind the net. Centering pass goes up to Hockett. Shovel shot goes off the side of the cage. Ends up back behind. Kuzny and Hockett both fight for it. Now Yana and Ness. Yana is going to come away with it. They're going to take it out through center, down into the Moorhead zone. It's going to get redirected up into the air and out of play. Face off a go to center ice.
I don't want to speak too soon, but I don't think the Aviators have had it in the offensive zone for 5-6 minutes straight now.
Not in good control. Aviators are going to pull away the draw. They're going to dump it into the Moorhead zone and it'll end up back behind the net where Allmendinger picks it up. She'll send it along the far side wall. Right up to Cameron, who dumps it back in behind. Spuds come away with it. They're able to clear it out to center. It's going to get sent the length of the ice. Swenson and Kinley Kowalski
Close enough.
both were chasing it. Neither one of them could run it down. Face-off comes to the near side. It's going to be won by the Spuds, sent back behind the net. Allmendinger pushes it along the wall. Swenson fights for it. She'll come away with it and is able to clear it out to Tibetowski at center. Carried down into the zone. She's going to bring it over to the near side. Her shot will get redirected up into the air off the stick of Kowalski. Over to the far side wall now. Allmendinger. Her shot gets redirected back behind the net. Lee with it now near side corner. Brings it up along the wall. Sends it to Oakes, who turns it right back in behind the net. Swenson with it now far side. Centering pass. Nobody home. Comes over into the near side corner. Picked up Tibetowski. She'll send it around back behind the net. Over to the far side, handled Cameron. She tries to clear. Allmendinger is there at the blue line to hold it, but it's going to bounce out to center. Swenson picks it up, sends it across ice. Oakes will have to retreat into her own zone to grab it. Oakes tries to clear it. Bounced out to the Aviators, who sent it right in on Andel. But she was able to turn it around back behind the net. Near side, Allmendinger now drives it all the way down in. She's going to bring it right in and walk it in off the doorstep. Put the shot on Kostelecki, and that one will get swallowed up.
Allmendinger almost going Maine to Maui on that.
Face off near side between Catherine O'Hearn and Maddie Cutter. Controlled by the Spuds, dumped in behind the net from Hendrickson to Hanukkah. Hanukkah tries to center it up, but it's going to be intercepted by the Aviators and turned over to the far side wall. Now sent onto the near. It'll be LeMay who takes it out to center. Hendrickson is there right away to pick it loose. Cutter with it now down into the corner. She's going to fight with LeMay right back behind the net. Mulhern steps in to help. Far side boards now. Linsinger is able to clear it out to center. Hendrickson bumps it ahead. Kuznia picks it up inside of her own zone, puts the brakes on right in front of her goal, mind you. Takes it back the other direction to the far side, out through center. Spuds are able to intercept. Lindbergh. She'll have it stripped off her stick. Aviators will carry it down into the Moorhead zone. Shot goes high up and over the net and into the far side corner. Spuds sent it along the wall, but it's turned back down in from Muth. Spuds bounce it out. Hanukkah gives chase. Aviators are going to run it down. Be carried around behind the net, sent along the near side wall. Ness is there. Now Strand. She tries to carry it around to walk it in. Kowalski was there to knock it off her stick. Strand ends up with it back behind the net. Bouncing puck settled down by the Aviators, out through center now. 1-on-3 walking into the Moorhead zone. Puck is knocked free and into the near side corner. Spuds control back behind the net. Sent along the far side wall. Spuds look to clear. They're able to carry it out far side. Ness 2-on-3-on-1. Ness brings it in far side, looks for the shot. Bouncing puck loose. Nobody was there to pick up the rebound, but it's going to come up to Johnson along the wall. Hackett now shot. Stick save. Kostelecki down into the far side corner. Ness and Hines. Dufault steps up to help. Centering pass. Nobody home. Comes over to Tibitowski near side. She got clipped pretty good by Lord, and the Aviators are going to take it the other direction. Knocked off the stick of Lord by Steen. Puck will end up back behind the Moorhead net. Andel was looking for a penalty. It's going to be held up down in the far side corner. Cross ice pass over on the near side boards. Now Steen is going to clear it. It's going to come all the way down into the Aviator end, and that one will get called back on icing.
Well, the intensity sure is picking up here in the third period. Several close no calls that I think could have gone both ways there. Johnson played the body very well down by the Spuds bench, but there was no call on that.
Face off near side. He's going to be controlled by the Spuds. Bounced over to the near side wall and out to center. Swenson with it now. Tries to set it cross ice. Ends up on the stick of Oakes, who's able to carry it down and in. Let it go up to Tibitowski, then come right back to Oakes. Oakes fights her way in. Lee steps in to help, up to Tibitowski. She tries to center it up. Nobody there. Maybe Hines turns it back out to center. Spuds with it now, just outside their own zone. Allmendinger, far side, carries it in, puts a shot on. It goes just wide the near side boards. Cleared out by the Aviators. Oakes over to Swenson, far side. Swenson brings it in. Shot blocked out in front. Puck comes over on the near side wall. Up to Oakes, near side. She sends it back in behind the net. It's taken by the Aviators along the wall and carried out through center. Hanukkah's there to knock it loose. Puck goes all the way down into the Moorhead zone, right onto Andel. She'll bump it over to Johnson on the near side. Up to Hanukkah, out to center. Just inside the Aviators zone, puck will be turned the other direction, bounced out, and the Spuds will be offside. 3 minutes, 40 ticks left in this game.
Certainly seems like something's going to need to be egregious in terms of get a call. I think for the rest of the game, the refs are going to have the whistles in their pockets.
Faceoff is controlled by the Spuds, near side Lindbergh. Dumped into the corner. It's going to go all the way around to Hanukkah on the far side. She'll push it right back in behind the net where it's picked up by Yana. Ahead to Erickson. Hendrickson at its blue line, dumps it back in behind. Hanukkah shovel shot, puck loose along the side of the net before being cleared over to the near side boards. And up to Hendrickson, who dumps it right back into Strand behind the net. Centering pass, turned away. Cameron goes over to the far side wall. Out through center now. We'll end up with Erickson, who carries it down in. Spuds are able to break it loose and send it back out to center. Far side wall now into the corner. They'll take a trip around the world. Sent along the near side boards. Yana with it now out through center. 2-on-1 or 1-on-2 going into the Moorhead end. Spuds are able to knock it loose. Johnson with it now near side, has it knocked loose as she tries to exit. Hines sent it back down into the corner. Spuds come away with it. Strand now near side. Looks to walk it in, brings right in on the doorstep, but has it knocked off her stick by Cameron. And then let him get back behind the net. Hockett now, shovel shot, tries to push it in. Ref said no goal. Although it looked to me like it might have just been past the pipe. 2 minutes, 20 seconds, timeout, Grand Forks.
Well, Spuds are pushing hard here with 2 minutes left. Going to have an offensive zone face-off coming off the timeout. It doesn't feel like this goal or this game is going to end 2-1. I don't know if that means the Aviators will tie it up or Spuds will get one more.
I'm kind of seeing that with the timeout right now. I'm kind of seeing the pull the goalie as soon as you clear the zone. Fight 6-on-5, but I think with the empty net, the Spuds are going to have the advantage.
I'd have to agree. Certainly seems like the coaches for the Aviators are talking about what the strategy is going to be if they can get it out of the zone.
That'll be their biggest challenge, just finding a way to clear it, actually hold it out for a minute.
Yeah, as the Spuds defense keeps pressing on the boards and the forwards keep forechecking hard, hopefully we can keep it in this end so they can't get the goaltender out of the net.
So if they keep going the same way they have been the remainder of the first part of this period, it's definitely going to be a challenge. Let's see how this plays out. 2:20 left in the game. 2-1 Moorhead lead. Face off near side of the Aviator zone. Ness. And it'll be number 9, Nora Hale, for Grand Forks to square up. Ness is going to win the draw, sends it down into the near side corner. Aviators come away with it. Hale with it now, out through center. She's going to carry it all the way down into the Moorhead zone, bounces it off the near side wall and gives chase. Grand Forks goaltender is looking to make the run. Will be held up back behind the Moorhead net. Centering pass, turned away by the Spuds. Aviators are able to break it loose and hold the zone. Dumped in far side corner now. Hines goes back behind the Moorhead net.
Well, they aren't being as aggressive as I thought. Oh,
Ness,
nope, now the goaltender goes.
She goes right as the Spuds break it back out to center, almost bring it back out to center. You get dumped back in behind the net and off the far side wall. Spuds with it, sent around on the near side boards. Near side now, LeMay up to Yana. Back up to LeMay in the blue line. Sent over to the far side. They're looking for the shot. Kuznia with the shot that goes just wide and into the near side corner. LeMay will get pinned up against the board. Puck comes free. Yana with the shot, goes high. And this one is going to get picked off by the Spuds and sent the other direction off the stick of Hockett, but it'll get called back on icing with 1:05 left.
Well, it is the opposite of what the Spuds wanted there. The Aviators were able to hold the zone for a solid 40, 50 seconds, having that extra man attackers.
Face off far side. The Moorhead zone is going to be won by the Aviators. Puck sent right through the crease. Will end up down in the near side corner. Spuds look to clear. Aviators are able to hold right at the blue line. Sent down in just wide of the net. Far side wall now. Dumped back behind the net off the stick of Erickson. Spuds try to control, but the Aviators are going to have it far side. Kuznia out front. Save made by Andel.
Well, Andel sure came up big on that one. Aviators were pressing hard again. Another 15 seconds of pure offensive pressure.
They're doing a really good job of screening her, too. Face off far side. Will be bounced up to the point. Tibitowski is able to break it loose. She's going to carry it out through center. 1-on-4. Shot.
Oh!
Post. Aviators come away with it on the far side. She was point blank. She's going to want that one back in the morning.
Absolutely.
Near side boards now. It's going to get dumped back in behind the Moorhead net. From the far side corner, it'll get turned right back into the near side. Spuds are able to clear it, but it's going to be Swenson now with it. She tries for the shot, but Kuzni is there to knock her loose. And that was a big hit.
I think it's fair to say Swenson's going to go to the box on that one.
I'm agreeing. That's going to give the Aviators a 6-on-4 advantage, but there's only 7.5 seconds left in this game.
It does look like the Stripes are talking about whether that's going to be a boarding major or something different.
Of course, everybody's standing right in the way, so they can't see what's going on.
Aviators, if you could sit down, I need to see what's going on in the box.
Nope, they're already clear. Ref is over talking to the Spuds coach. Oh, yep, they're going to make it a major. Hannick is now headed to the box as well. But with 7.5 seconds, I don't think it's really going to matter. Face-off gets pushed over on the near side wall. Spuds try to clear. It's going to be bounced loose and right into the side of the slot. Shot, save as the horn sounds. And that is how this one's going to end. Your Moorhead Spuds are going to take the win 2-1.
Well, that was intense all the way down to the whistle, but the Spuds were able to hold on to it.
So we're going to wrap this one up. Yeah, exactly. Wipe the sweat off the brow. We're going to call this one a night. We'll be back in action tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock when your Moorhead Spuds are set to take on the Alexandria Cardinals in the final district play game before regions. Be there. Don't want to miss it. So for co-commentary, Quinn Jager, board operator Emily Swenson, camera operator Mike Hansen, I'm Seth. We'll see you tomorrow.